Yeen and my matrix number is 196180. Here is my buddy Hannah.
Hi, my name is Sharifah. My matrix number is 196019.
Today we are going to talk about the macroscopic of woods by using
by the type of tool. Number one is hand lens, and number two is cutter.
Type of vessel, porous is diffuse. For the size of the porous is extremely narrow. And I can see the shape of the porous is rounded and their arrangement is solitary. Width of the ray is extremely narrow than porous. For the type of parenchyma is apotrachia. For another characteristic I can see is vessel, their vessel is very small and numerous. For all characteristics, so I can say this wood is Bacau species.
From the picture, we can see that there are glistening foam-like tyloses in the vessels and it is diffuse porous, big in size and arranged in radial multiple. The rays are very fine and not visible to naked eye, but the parenchyma shows light color against a fibrous background when using hand lens, so it is paratrachea parenchyma because it is associated with the vessel, and the type of the parenchyma is aliform confluent because the parenchyma is surrounding the vessel with lateral extensions and is connecting to another aliform parenchyma. So based on the characteristics, I can say that this is a Tembusu species.
Type of the vessel, porous is diffuse. For the size of the porous big, the shape of the porous is rounded, and arrangement of the porous is cluster. Width of the ray is average narrow. For the type of parenchyma is apotrachia, and arrangement of the parenchyma is aliform. From the microscopic structure of the wood, I can say this wood is balau.
The type of porous is diffuse and the size of porous is big in size and in oval shape. The arrangement of the porous is in radial multiple and the width of ray is fine. The parenchyma in this species is also associated with the vessel and is connecting to the other, so it is a paratrachea parenchyma with aliform confluent. There is also some deposit common in the vessel, so it is a characteristic of Kakatong species.
For the type of the vessel, porous is diffuse and size of the porous is big, and I can see the shape of the porous is rounded. For the arrangement of the porous is radial. Width of the ray is narrow. For the type of the parenchyma, I can see is apotrachia, and for the arrangement of the parenchyma is diffuse. So I can say this wood is red balau species.
In this picture, the sulfur yellow color deposit are common in the vessel, and we can see it is diffuse porous. The size is big and in oval shape, and the arrangement of the porous is radial multiple. The width of ray is fine, and the parenchyma in this species is paratrachea parenchyma with the form of aliform. This is because the aliform parenchyma has a wing with a short appendages, which is not same as aliform confluent. Aliform confluent also has a wing, but it is a wing of long appendages. From the characteristics, I can conclude that this is a Merbau species.
For the type of the vessel, porous is diffuse and size of the porous is very small because I can't see clearly their porous with my hand lens. And for the shape of the porous is oval, and the arrangement of the porous is radial multiple. Width of the ray is very narrow, and for the type of the parenchyma is apotrachia, and the arrangement of the parenchyma is diffuse. So I can say This wood is a binti species.
The type of porous is diffuse and the size of porous is moderately small to medium size and the arrangement is exclusively solitary. The tyloses are present in the vessels. From the picture, there are two distinct sizes of ray which are fine and some are wider than that. There is also silver figure on the radial surface. So these are the characteristics of Rasak species.
Type of vessel forest is diffuse. For the size of the forest is very small, and for the shape of the forest I can see is oval, and for the arrangement of the forest is radial. Width of the ray is medium, and I didn't see the type of the parenchyma, but I saw another characteristic like distinct ripple mark vertical canal in the concentric formation and the tylosis abundant. So I can say this wood is a Chenga species.
The type of porous is diffuse and the porous size is big and in oval shape. The arrangement of the porous is in radial multiple and the width of ray is fine. The parenchyma is associated with the vessel and is connecting to the other, so it is a paratracheal parenchyma with aliform confluent. There is also some white color deposit common in the vessel in the picture. So from all of the characteristics, I can identify this is a Karanji species.
That's all from us today.
Thank you for watching.
Comment below and thumbs up.